Now, the reality is, as an educator, you deserve to see the impact that you are making and to celebrate that. That is the biggest part of our job, is making that real difference. And yet, when it comes to accreditation and the way in which we have to create evidence, there is this awful feeling of ugh, like I described in my webinar. You know that feeling where you feel completely overwhelmed by the language in the focus areas. You feel completely disconnected from the process. In fact, it's like another thing you have to do. And you can't make the connection between that reflection, that evidence that you've got to create, and your skills as an educator. More importantly, your understanding of what you, my friend, have to celebrate. Well, inside the evidence engine, I solve all of those problems. The evidence engine contains modules that are designed to help you understand how to use the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers to enable you to plan to see your impact and to celebrate it. Because like I said before, you deserve as a professional educator to know and understand the difference you are making and to celebrate that. So I wanted to share with you a few stories from my last cohort of students that were here with me in the evidence engine in April. I'd like to start with perhaps Emma, who shared that at the end of the evidence engine, she felt like she had a complete sense of clarity about herself in her profession for the first time in a very long time. And that clarity about her purpose and her drive and what she wanted to achieve and how she can achieve a greater impact is now powering her through the highly accomplished process. Or there's someone like beautiful Kathy, who came to the evidence engine having already completed proficiency, ready and fired up to do HA, who realized that she was chasing the certificate and wasn't taking the time to celebrate and understand her practice. She's now really enjoying having everything she needs to understand the difference that she's making, to celebrate that, to identify growth spots. And what I love is that she says when she finds a place that she can grow, somewhere she can get better, she sees that as a celebration too. How amazing is that mindset shift? Is that where you want to be? Or finally, let's think about Christina, who you may have heard on the podcast, who despite teaching across multiple sites as a music teacher, has really valued understanding her practice, understanding the difference she is making, not only because it was much easier for her to get proficiency, but also because it helped her to understand in her planning what was working for her kids and what wasn't. And her kids are benefiting from that too. They are having a much better time in music. She told us in the episode, didn't she, how she was doing things that were really about her wanting to do stuff that wasn't actually always benefiting her kids. And now everything is much better aligned for her. And of course, she is now able to see the difference she makes and celebrate it. All of these teachers now understand how to use the teaching standards to help them understand themselves as professionals. They're not seeing accreditation as separate to what they do already. They can see themselves in the standards every single day. And not only do they know how to create evidence, they know how to use that reflection, those pieces, those stories of practice to empower them, to empower their students, and to empower their learning. Now, the doors to the evidence engine are closing very, very soon. So now is the time. If you are ready to have the same journey, to move forward, to understand your impact, then now is the time to head to edufolios.org/yes and make that leap. Remember, that leap is important because as an educator, you are one of the most precious, most important resources on this planet. And you deserve to understand the difference you are making and celebrate that every single day.